In this Star Wars Eclipse news update video, I will be sharing with you some exclusive information. I have received details on a lead character that will be in the game, plus I have a few other bits of news, and we will be taking a look at concept art that almost no one has actually looked at. Before we do dive into all of today's news though, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future Star Wars Eclipse news updates. Firstly, I just want to provide an update in case you missed it in relation to my previous video where I showed off a bunch of leaked concept art for this game. Unfortunately, due to copyright reasons, I have had to take down the video, which does prove the concept art was indeed real. You will still be able to find some of the concept pieces out there, but unfortunately my video is no longer public. So for those of you that did wonder where that video actually went, that's what happened. Now let's take a look at some of the new hirings that have just been made by Quantic Dream for the Star Wars Eclipse team. We have members of the Environment and QA departments that have just joined Star Wars Eclipse, that have just begun work on Star Wars Eclipse. So once again, more job roles are being filled. People have speculated, is this game still being made? Yes, it is. They are actively hiring people every other week. Let's now get into those exclusive details that I teased at the start of this video. So, someone on Reddit tipped me off that they had come across a casting sheet that revealed details about the game, when it was shooting, and the character themselves. At the top of the casting sheet it says, Star Wars Eclipse role of N. N is the code name for this character. It confirms that this is a performance capture role, and that Star Wars Eclipse is an ambitious, innovative sci-fi video game from the creators of Detroit Become Human. Eclipse is a Star Wars game with an original Star Wars story. It's an epic tragedy that features dramatic moments and spectacular action scenes. While the game is canon to the franchise, the art direction and overall tone is mature and dark. We already sort of got that vibe from the original teaser trailer, but I think this is definitely going to make people a little bit more interested because we now know the real tone they are going for. Now, the next bit of information ties into some speculation we can have about the release date. So it has some dates for the shooting dates and filming locations. It says, shoot dates, filming in the second half of 2025 with additional filming in 2026. And it's located in Paris, France, which is where Quantic Dream are located and where a lot of this game is being made. Now, in case you missed my previous videos on this game, I already shared that they were hiring for associate directors that were going to be taking part in short-term filming in France. There was no time frame, but it seemed like it would be happening this year. In terms of character details for this role of Character N, she is a lead, and they are looking for an actress in the age range of 18 to 23 who speaks English fluently. Further details they put down as 16 to 18 but over 18 to play teen range to early 20s, lean and tough when she needs to be after going through a hard life, yet still has a youthful, naive and sweet nature. She has learned to care for herself, and through her courage and determination she becomes a leader. Human likeness will be used and is a lead, and all ethnicities are open to apply. Given that this is going to be one of the lead characters, and they will be still filming in 2026, likely at the start of 2026, I don't think we will see this game come out in 2026, but that's just my personal opinion. I do think we will likely see more of the game next year, probably not this year. That said, I do know of big Star Wars games that have had motion capture done within less than a year of the game releasing, so it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that it does come out next year. I just wouldn't necessarily bet on it coming out at the end of next year. I really hope it does, but I just think if we do get more information about more filming taking place in 2026, it probably isn't, given just how much is probably likely going to need to have done for this game. I'd love to hear your speculation about this character. What do you think she will do and be? And do you think we could see this game come out in 2026, 27? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's now take a look at some concept art that I'm surprised almost no one has actually talked about. And to be honest, I didn't know about it until about 6 months ago or something like that. But then I just realised almost no one has actually shown off. So this is coming from the Art of Quantic Dream book, which was released all the way back in 2022, so 3 years ago, and it actually includes a section on Star Wars Eclipse with a bunch of cool concept art. These are screen captures from a video from Guy Gamer who received the book back in 2022, and he does do a flick through of these pieces of concept art. Now, some of them are basically very similar to what we got in the original teaser trailer. They just have changed some things, such as this screenshot here. It's different, but it's very similar. We also get additional looks at one of the ships that we see in the trailer as well, some high quality renders of the models, which is pretty cool from different perspectives. We can see the drummers banging their drums here as well in this piece of concept art. And this isn't concept art, but we actually see some pictures of when they was filming the motion capture for the trailer of the drummers, which is pretty cool. Here is a close-up of that woman's eye we see in the teaser trailer, but it's different because it actually shows the Jedi fighting on the bridge. During the trailer, we have a market scene, and one of those characters is this guy who's carrying a bunch of creatures, and we have some concept art of him and those creatures here. Next is one of the ship designs that we see in the trailer, and wow, it looks pretty cool. I just wish we had a better look at it. I really do like this design. Then we have a close-up of one of the army troopers that we will be seeing in the game. We get to see a few more details on his helmet. Here is concept art of the ship flying by one of the coastal sort of areas that we see in the trailer. And last but certainly not least, we have these two pages which feature a monk out on the left, and then on the right, a lightsaber hilt, plus a creature as well which appears to be carrying a hologram. It is really cool to see that this exists, even though it's only in a book. It's not found online as far as I'm aware. I don't see anyone sharing this art, so I thought I would bring your attention to it, because even though it's concept art and it's from several years ago and things could have totally changed, it's still really interesting to look at to me personally. I would love to hear your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this video, so please do let me know down in the comment section below, and remember to drop a like to help support the channel, subscribe so you don't miss any future Star Wars Eclipse news updates, and if you did miss any of my previous videos, please do click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.